November 18th, 6 p.m. I want to welcome everybody, and I will call this meeting to order. Please join me with I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. There are no delegations to sign up tonight, so we will move on to recognitions. And tonight we will be checking in with Braxton County High School and Middle School CTE Young Innovators Placements, and Miss Susan Schieffer is going to assist with that. Susan?
Just in time here. We're just getting started, Tyler. It's really exciting when we get such fabulous news from our young students, and several of them are here with us tonight along with their advisors. And I'm going to let them share their fantastic story. But once again, as Dr. Tetrick often says, we are so very proud of Braxton County. We never tout ourselves high enough, but we're doing a lot of things that are groundbreaking and innovative all over the state. And tonight, these people are going to share something that is remarkable. So I'm not sure who's going to speak tonight. I think Jeremy Cantrell from Braxton County Middle School, Alicia McPherson, who piloted this program last year because Anita Lambert had signed up for it, and then Alicia piloted it, and so they went back this year and came out fantastic. And we also have Tyler Cunningham from the high school. So this is not only Braxton County High School, it was also Braxton County Middle School. And so I'm going to let them tell about their fabulous things, but I am so excited that we were the only county in the state to have 2 winners. And they're going to tell you what Braxton County received because of that fantastic stats. So, Jeremy, would you like to start, you and Alicia?
Yeah, do you want us the front? Okay.
And Tyler, do you want to just join them?
Yeah.
And they're just all going to come up and
I mean, if they want to present.
they're going to tell you about what they did and what they won, and gosh,
Well, anyway, so here's, go ahead and kick us off. I'll start last year.
So last year, we were asked to, like I said, with Anita, and I kind of just took over when she left, but we were only a few schools in the state, like I think 5, that piloted this hometown at school. And we had to come up with a project to improve our hometown and make it better. And so we wrote a grant, and our idea last year was to improve the nature trail. So we were able to put down new mulch, buy things for the nature trail, lights and things like that. So then this year we were offered to participate again, and 3 of our members are here, and they came up with some wonderful ideas. I'm gonna let Mr. Cantrell go ahead and share those. And then, I went to a conference this summer. It was great. They are constantly, we met with the students probably 10, 12 times throughout the year. One of the really cool lessons that we did was we had to create a seal. And the kids came up with the ideas of when they envision their hometown, what does it look like? And so, you can see the back of our shirts, this was all their design and idea for Braxton County. So we turned it into a graphic and made shirts. We're actually going to be selling these in the future too, so look out for that. So.
All right. We made it up to Stonewall Jackson Lake last week. Kids seemed to all have a great time, and so y'all get ready. Be thinking what you want to talk about when we finish. All right. Tell them how great it was. But we went up, we learned from other teams, which was a good thing. It's actually allowed us to qualify us for round 2 of this, so we're discussing that right now. But some of the pitch, what we gave was what we want to do for our community, and I'll just touch base real quick on that. They're going to build some blessing boxes, put them at schools and some churches. We actually harvested some walnuts off the nature trail, and we ended up de-hauling like 5 bushel of walnuts. We decided to make our own stain. And when we make benches, we can stain the benches. We're gonna make checkerboards, stain those, and go to the nursing home and as we make our birdhouses, give them birdhouses, checkerboards, to kind of help with keeping the mind exercised with the residents there. And what else we got? The bee hotels. We've partnered with Elk Conservation District. We make these bee hotels. They're going to market those for us and then give the school commission of the sale of it. So we won 3rd place up there. This is one of the medals. Each student got one, and then the teacher got one. But we received $2,500 for that. Students can tell what, in addition, they received from that. And then at the end of the night, the philanthropist James Davis ended up donating $25,000 to our local food pantry. So that was really big. I think in total we came back with close to probably $30,000 brought back to the county. So your turn. Tell me what else you won. The gift cards.
It was a really fun experience to go to and do. We got, for 3rd place, we got $50 Amazon gift cards. I won a $25 Dollar General gift card. It was just a really fun experience. I had a lot of fun. I learned a lot of new things.
It was a really great experience. We made 2-bit coins when we presented, and I think it was just really fun. It was really good.
I got a whole bag.
Okay. So these 2 coins, kind of, we ended the pitch and, so they gave each of the judges one of those at the end, so. Do you want to go ahead and share?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll try not to yak too much. I talk a lot when I get nervous, so bear with me. When I first started this, I actually was in the process of changing my career technical education pathways. I ended up dropping coding and bringing on entrepreneurship. My experience within the community, being a part of the Braxton County Development Authority, all that, I felt as though entrepreneurship as a whole, better aligned in our county, was probably a better service overall to our students. So I ended up picking entrepreneurship up. I heard from Amy Cook. She reached out to me and she said, I have this fantastic opportunity with your students. And I said, let's do it. I got 1,000 things on my plate, but let's go ahead and do it anyway. And I couldn't be more happy that I went ahead and took that up. It is such a fantastic experience for our kids. When we started the process, I was introducing them to entrepreneurship and the ideation process and solving problems within our community. A lot of us started looking towards transportation within our community. That's what a lot of my kids started coming out with, problem solving wise, but we couldn't necessarily afford a fleet of vehicles or anything like that to start tackling transportation issues across the county. So we started to kind of trim it down a little bit and start to focus it a little bit more and more on the transportation topic. And we eventually came to Soul Seed. And that is the product they came together with. Liam, do you want to tell them about Soul Seed at all? Do you remember what it is?
Yeah.
My man.
Yeah. Soul Seed is kind of just like it's a heated bench that provides a lot of safety for students when, like in the mornings when traffic's all backed up in the snow and kids have to stand out in the cold. It's built with like a composite base that protects it from degradation and mold, and the rest of it's built from steel and aluminum. And
Solar powered, right?
yeah, solar powered, eco-friendly, and revolutionary in my eyes. Tyler has already said a lot about it. I'm just telling you about the bench, but
Yeah, absolutely. It took us a lot of time to get to that point, I think, eventually, but we also want to promote green energy as well. And like I told them, and we kind of discovered over time, is that West Virginians are actually paying a very astronomical price in energy costs as comparison with their income. So it's kind of another thing we want to do with our project, is to be able to promote green energy as well. Fantastic experience. I can't say enough about it. Again, we had $25,000 roll in for our food pantries. I think we walked away with, $1,500? And a lot of handshakes, a lot of people that wanted us to be a part of the Spark West Virginia competition in the future, all that. So many doors open. I couldn't be happier that we actually went through with the process. It was just absolutely fantastic. But anything else you guys to say?
I couldn't be happier having my first experience with entrepreneurship in high school being this one. It's very big, and I'm happy Tyler's my teacher.
Thanks,
He helped
I
me
appreciate
a lot on the way and helped the rest of us.
Yeah, I told him about that Sparks competition, yeah.
Well, I think it's fantastic that our county was the only one that had two winners, second place and third place. And Tyler, was there a tie? Is why that your second place money is cut in half?
Yeah, unfortunately, it's always Brooke County. I battle with them a lot in FBLA as well, but they're such strong competitors. Chad, he's the advisor. He always takes care of everything out there in Brooke County, and he's just fantastic with his kids. But yeah, there was a tie in first place, and we ended up getting a little bit dipped out of our money pool,
Right.
but we're still so appreciative for every dime we got.
Right. I know the middle school got 2,500 and the high school got 15 because of that tie. And then because we did have two of our schools that placed, was why the donor provided the $25,000 for our Mountaineer Food Bank to go to our needy families here in Braxton County. So that was quite the accomplishment, and we really are excited. Would you all like to come up, board members, to get a picture with them?
I'd love it.
Okay, you all have to squeeze in there, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze.
Sorry, man, I'm covered in cat hair. I hope it's okay. I apologize. You got the trophy? Yeah, swing in on me.
You're fine.
Scoot me wherever you want.
I'm used to working around people. Okay, we're gonna have to squeeze more. Squeeze,
Maybe,
squeeze.
we're still gonna say maybe bring some of those little girls in the front. Lisa in the front.
Here, Neil,
Yeah.
because we got to get. Would you like to? Okay, we gotta scrunch some more.
Yeah, so we have Jackson Cantrell with us,
Okay.
Alyssa Helmick, and Brenna Horde.
And Tyler, if you'll introduce yours.
Yeah, absolutely. This here is Landon Mays, Tabitha Mays' son. We got Chase Barker right here, and of course Liam Harmon.
Okay. Are you ready? Do hers first, then I'll do mine. Okay, 1, 2, 3. All right, my turn. 1, 2, 3. All right.
I think they deserve a big round of applause.
Cheers.
If you could just send me an email, just got kind of like the particulars of students, and I'll post them on Facebook.
That'd be fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good to see you again.
Congratulations.
Good job, buddy.
I did it.
We gotta give it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, email it to me, we'll take care of it.
And Mr. Cunningham, before you run off, just to let you know, your student participated in the strategic summit for Braxton County in the spring. So we will present that plan on Thursday. And we'll be getting information back out to you for some of the committees, once we get it all presented to the development authorities. So we'll get you a copy of that for your students, the work they did, and hopefully you'll be able to bring some of the FPLA kids in on it.
Absolutely.
Cool. Appreciate
Thank you
it.
so much, we appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all.
Great job. We're very proud of you.
Thank you all so much for showing up.
Thank you, Doug.
So we will move next to continue with school improvement updates, presentations, and Frametown.
I don't think it's quite fair that I had to go after them, because I don't have a full t-shirt.
How much money did you win?
Well, we won $3,000 last year. All right, well, let's go over some general information. Okay, our school mission statement, Frametown Elementary School will educate all students for success in life. Our strategic plan goals. Goal number 1, student achievement. Frametown Elementary will achieve 5% or more growth in ELA and math content areas based on the previous year scores.
Behavior, Franktown Elementary will maintain or reduce behavioral referrals by 2% or more based on the previous year's discipline referrals. Goal 3, attendance, Franktown Elementary will maintain or decrease chronic absenteeism by 3% or more from the previous year. And career and technical education, during this school year, Franktown Elementary will enhance early career exploration by providing all students in grades K through 5 with at least 4 structured career awareness activities or events aligned to the career clusters. And they've really done a good job with that so far because we had the nursing program just the other day. Discipline referrals, this is the past few years. So in 23-24, we had 25. And last year we had 11. And this year so far we've had 4 total referrals, 3 level 1, 1 level 2. This is our average attendance rates and our chronic absenteeism rate. So last year, this is just at this point through the year, last year we were at 94%. It's okay. We'll wait.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's pizza order. Pizza order, right?
Well, it's important stuff. You gotta eat. But last year attendance rate at this point was 94.8 with 11% chronic absenteeism, and this year we're at 95% with 9% chronic absenteeism. So we have decreased. So that is a good thing when our attendance percentages went up. Our ready scores last year, at the beginning of the year for ELA, we started off with 26% in the green. At the end of the year, we ended at 72% in the green. And 24-25 math, we started off at 7% in the green. We ended the year at 73% in the green. And we also won the county competition of most improved and highest percentage of stretch growth. That was our $3,000. And I did spend that half on my students, half on my teachers, because that was definitely a joint effort, and they both deserved it. And we took our students to the bridge, which was a wonderful field trip. That's a wonderful place if you haven't been there. This year, these are our scores for this year, the beginning of the year diagnostic. Right now in reading, we're at 27% in the green. And in math, we're at 16% in the green. I added this graph in here just to show you why we work so hard towards stretch growth. This graph shows you the correlation between iReady and the end of the year state test. So iReady does a projected proficiency, so if they have a certain score, they'll either be a level 3 or level 4 is state proficient, and if they get level 1 or level 2, they're not proficient. So that's why we work so hard for stretch growth, because I have this right here. Let's say these are some of our 3rd grade students. If they, right now, if we took the state test, we would have 8 level 2 students and 3 level 1 students. That would mean no students were proficient. If we took the test and all these students made typical growth, we would have 7 level 3 students, 2 level 2 students, and 2 level 1 students. So that would mean 7 students were proficient. If we all met stretch growth, that means that 8 students would be level 3, 3 students would be level 2. So you can see how much that correlates from iReady over to state testing, why it's so important for our students to make stretch growth, and that's why we push it so hard. This is our beginning of the year benchmark. This is our last year's test scores. So for ELA, we were at 53%. This year, we need to match it and be 53%. In math, we were at 44%. And this year, we need to be at 51%. These are our fall benchmarks that we just took for the beginning of the year for the state testing. In 3rd grade, she was at 24% proficient, and that was higher than the county and the state. 4th grade, 43% for ELA, higher than the county and the state. And 5th grade at 39%, higher than the county and the state. In math, 3rd grade was 11%, which was still higher than the district and the state. 4th grade was 27%, which was higher than the district and the state. And then 5th grade was at 6%. Next steps. So one of the important things that we did after we finished those assessments is we made sure that we analyzed the data. The state testing site really does a nice job of showing you what standards that the students were struggling with. So we took that a little bit further in our WIN groups, which is our intervention time. Third, fourth, and fifth, they have a day for ELA test prep and a day for math test prep. And they have test authoring questions that they can use that pull directly from that site that helps them practice for the end of the year test. So they can do that online, and I also printed them off so they can do them paper also. Lunch and Learns is something that we started this year. This is where we invite the parents by grade level to come in. The teacher's with me, along with Miss Penny. So just some of the few things that we've covered with parents, and they also get to eat lunch with their child, which is a positive for them. Was attendance, iReady student reports. I gave them their iReady student reports, and I made sure that they have, iReady does a really nice job of showing what the students can do when they took the assessment, and then also gives next steps. So they have a whole list of next steps that they can work on at home with their child. Student goals. So one of the things that I found where parents really don't understand completely why we work so hard with the iReady computer program along with the iReady math program. But I just wanted them to have a better understanding of why we push so hard from typical growth to stretch growth. Teacher packets, the teachers each have made a packet so far that gives the parents some items that they can work on at home. Book sets, I ordered each grade level. We've done kindergarten and first grade so far. So I got them each a set of about 4 books that they could take home and read with their child. For third, fourth, and fifth, we're going to cover the parent portal where they can go in and check attendance, discipline, test scores. And then we're also going to go over the benchmarks because there's also some sample questions that parents can do at home. And it also shows them the expectations of their child at the end of the year, which is really important because I think they're pretty shocked at what's expected of them at the end of the year with those state tests. And communities and schools, Miss Penny is wonderful. She honestly does anything that I ever ask her to do, but she really focuses hard on attendance. She's working on addition and subtraction facts for grades 1 and 2. She's going to start second grade multiplication facts in January, multiplication facts grade 3 through 5. She does a snack bag, shop with cop, Thanksgiving. She does a lot of things to meet students' needs. Anytime she hears of a student need, she makes sure that she meets it. And that is it. Short and sweet.
I was able to sneak in on your lunch and learn for
Yes.
first grade.
Yes.
Was your kindergarten as well attended as your first grade?
Yes, it was.
Good.
Yes.
Yeah, it was very nice. And
Yeah. I think the parents really enjoy it, just getting to come in and get to eat lunch with their kids.
Yeah, it was nice to break down where to go and what to
Yes.
work on and things like that.
Yes.
So,
A lot of good information.
so hopefully the others are as well attended.
Yeah.
Also.
Yeah, second grade, she's had a ton of, parents have already signed up on second grade one too, so.
So is there anything we can do to help you, or
The only thing that
anything
I
you
have,
need, or is that an open?
well, I can't top Anita's Ferris wheel from last year. But, one of the things that I thought of, if you would consider it, and I haven't even mentioned this to Donna, but if you all would maybe consider doing the competition again, for iReady, if maybe we could have a chance to bring that back, and because it really motivated my kids. You can ask Flora how much a couple of my students, as soon as they saw her, it's like, who's getting the money? And then when you came in and took the picture, she took the kid's picture, then it was like, okay, where's the money? So they really enjoyed that, and I think I don't know, it's one thing for us to give them something, but when somebody else does too and appreciates their hard work, I think it really motivates them. So that's just something, if you will consider that, I would appreciate it, and hopefully we'll win it again and beat Anita. So.
Nothing like competition.
That's right.
Ready for it. Well, you do a wonderful job.
Thank you.
Your staff,
They do a wonderful job.
And, you know, you can tell the student achievement, people are happy. It's
Yes.
a great welcoming, you know, culture and climate in your school. You know, and it shows that you're in touch with your community because you're able to maintain your student population.
Yes.
And that's critical, so good job, kudos to you guys.
Thank you.
And thank you for participating in the Veterans
Yes.
ASA.
Yes, we really appreciated that, so thank you for doing it.
Thank you. All right, any questions? Moving on, Sutton Elementary, Miss Lambert. Oh.
Yay.
a new phone, so. Okay, now this year I'm not gonna forget to pass out my snapshot. I tried to put everything together in a snapshot for you, so a little bit of information, more detailed than what I'll show on the screen. So. Okay, so
This is really easy to read. Thank you.
thank you.
It is.
I'm Neve Lambert, and I'm the principal at Sutton Elementary. And so I'm here to tell you a little bit about Sutton. Our mission has stayed the same this year. It's student success via excellence in education and a standards-based curriculum. And if you haven't noticed, our theme this year was Mountaineers are next level, or SES is next level learning. So we have a game theme going on all year. So that's our little Mountaineers, a Nintendo guy. So we have 4 goals this year. Our academic goal is to increase annual stretch growth by at least 10% over our baseline for 2024-25. To try to be under 8%, 8% or under in chronic absenteeism. To increase meaningful family and community engagement by hosting at least 5 academic focused events. And then a CTE goal to implement a school-wide STREAM and career awareness initiative that will include at least 4 interdisciplinary STREAM projects per grade level and 2 career-connected learning events. Okay, so I went out of order a little bit here because this is what makes sense to me, so I had to go with it. Currently, Sutton Elementary School has 163 students. We have 32 pre-K, 15 in kindergarten, 22 in first, 18 in second, 23 in third, 27 in fourth, and 26 in fifth. And I know we often hear that Sutton Elementary has a lot of out-of-district kids. So I just looked at it. We have 33 out-of-district kids, 2 from out of county, 5 from Burnsville, 3 from Davis, 8 from Little Birch, 11 from Flatwoods, 4 from Frametown. And 27% of those students are special ed, so that come into our school. So I just thought that was interesting because everybody's always talking about the extra kids we have at Sutton, and we do have a lot, but they fit right in with us and they go along every day, and we consider them all our kids. So last year we ended the year with 9.271% chronic absentee rate. Like I said, I'm trying to get 8 or under this year. Our current attendance rate is 95.06. That was as of yesterday because I took a picture of it yesterday because yesterday it was green and today it was yellow. So I put in the green one. And then our chronic absent rate is 12.27%. Last year at this time it was 12.47%. So I'm trying to keep the best looking data up there. I know that under 8% is ambitious, but we were told to be ambitious this year, so that's what we're going for. This is last year's overview on data. We ended, I have notes here on my phone, that's why I'm looking at my phone. Last year we ended the year with 65% of our students meeting or exceeding mastery in ELA on the West Virginia General Summative Assessment. And in iReady, we had 71% meet or exceed, and 63% meet or exceeding mastery in math, which was close to the iReady of 65%. Additionally, we scored 52% on science for 5th grade last year, and I forgot to put that on here, but that was the highest in the county last year for science. So for this year, our iReady fall reading, we have 33% of our students on or above grade level as compared to 38% last year. You can see we tested 7 more kids this year, so you know 1 or 2 kids can make a big difference. So they did, but not a lot. But those changes, most of those kids fall in the yellow. So we know we can get them there. Overall, our students showed steady growth from last year's spring results. Our strongest domains were vocabulary and literature, and on comprehension, informational text structures. These areas demonstrate students' ability to access grade level text, apply background knowledge, and make meaning from both fiction and nonfiction content. And our domains identified as areas to target were phonics and word recognition and nonfiction comprehension with textual evidence and citing support. And that's what we have put in our win groups and reteach cycles to move the students forward. In math, we showed 26% on or above proficiency on iReady, as opposed to 23% last year. So we are showing some growth with the iReady math curriculum. It shows our students have strong foundations in number sense, addition and subtraction fluency, and measurement concepts, but we're still struggling with multiplication, division concepts, fraction, and word problems, especially when we come to like two-part problems. So we're using these to build differentiated rotations in win group and target small group instruction for students. Okay, when we took our fall GSA benchmark, in ELA, 29% of our students were proficient. And if you can notice on that, I gave you a more in-depth look at it. And that was above both the state and the district average. 16% in mathematics were proficient, and that was above both the state and district average. And I couldn't get over this. In science, 42% of our students were already proficient, and 6 of them exceeded mastery. And this is the beginning of the year, what we're expecting them to know for this year, and they were already exceeding that. So I was really impressed with those students and their science scores. Areas for growth that we identified from the GSA were multi-step word problems, using textual evidence to support answers, and some academic vocabulary. So that's what we're working into win time. Okay, so communities and schools, this is Mr. T. He is our communities and schools coordinator. We did a dress like your favorite teacher day, so that student is dressed like Mr. T. He handles Mad Minute Math for us, community engagement. He calls parents and checks when students are absent. He provides a lot of social, emotional support for our students if they just need someone to talk to, and he does the weekend snack bags. For Mad Minute Math, as of Friday, last Friday, we had 29 students who had made it through their 12s, and so last year, I had a competition in 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade, and I said, whoever gets through 12s first, I'll buy a $25 gift card to Walmart for. And 3 of them did it on the same day. So it cost me $75. So this year, I said I can't do that again, so we're just gonna go until somebody wins. And right now I have 8 students who are on Division 8. So they're still going, and they're at it. And I'd also like to point out that our 2nd graders are already doing multiplication in Mrs. Anderson's class, and I think I've seen they're up through 7s. Some of them are up through 7s in 2nd grade. So I was really impressed that they had already started that. She had done addition and subtraction fluency with them and then realized she needed to move on. So family engagement, we had a back to school event. We do snack and chats. We've hosted 2 snack and chats, one for pre-K. One for kindergarten and one for 1st grade. And this week we have 2nd grades. We had our LSIC meeting. We did trunk or treat. I have 3 staff members participating in Adventures Leadership and Family Engagement Program. One of them is Ms. Facemeyer, and then our school secretary, because she's sort of the face of the school, so I thought it was important that she learn about family engagement, and then I picked one of my ECATs too to do that. And then Future Ready Families, which I'll talk about in just a minute, and then Thanksgiving luncheon. So for the first time in a long time, Sutton Elementary is inviting fifth grade parents or somebody in to eat with students. So each fifth grade student was allowed to invite 2 people. And we have turned this into a CTE lesson. So our students, I went up and taught a mini lesson about hospitality and tourism the other day. So that we've ordered aprons, they're learning how to fold cloth napkins, they're setting tables, learning which fork to start with, and they're going to serve their families on Thursday when they come in to eat. And we have 36 people signed up to come and eat with us. So we have 2 rooms set up. So Future Ready Families is through Adventure also. I was invited to participate. We are one of 5 schools, elementary schools in West Virginia that is piloting this Future Ready Families program. And it is supported by the Benedum Foundation, and it's designed to spark early career awareness in elementary students in grades 3 through 5 and equip schools with tools to engage family and caregivers in informed career decision making. So that goes with my CTE and my family engagement stuff. So for CTE, like I said, that was one of my big goals this year. We have had the visits from the high school. We're doing Future Ready Families. When we talked about our Thanksgiving luncheon and we started doing hospitality and tourism, it's really, really important to me because I want all of our students to stay in West Virginia. And more than that, I want them to stay in Braxton County. So in order to do that, we have to be able to work in jobs that are needed in this area. So hospitality and tourism was a $9.1 billion economic push in West Virginia last year with over 70,000 jobs, and they're expecting by 2030, which isn't that far away, we'll add 20,000 jobs in hospitality and tourism. So we talked about how if you build it, they will come, and talked about opportunities for Braxton County and things we could do that they could do when they get older to help Braxton County. We're working on putting in a CTE and STEAM lab in the school. I wrote a country roads coding grant and got $4,000 from that. So we bought 3D printers and robots and drones and stuff. And they're going to do a program helping Santa deliver presents through code. And they're going to 3D print Santa's sleigh and stuff like that. Then I'm working with Adventure also on the elementary entrepreneurship program. And I've written another grant, but I haven't heard back from it, and I'm hoping to hear from it soon. It's about hospitality and tourism and creating a book through the West Virginia Cultural Center. So those are some of the things we've got going on in CTE. So school culture. I've included a lot of information on there about what defines our school culture and how it's represented. But at Sutton Elementary, the one sentence that summed it up was, is a joyful, creative, gamified, community-rooted, data-driven, student-centered school where pride, humor, and heart define our culture. We emphasize that every student can learn, and we celebrate academic progress, not just proficiency. So we talk about our being Mountaineer strong. We're gamified. We have XP trackers. We have incentives for attendance. We have iReady leaderboards. We won the Spirit Stick. I just needed to point that out to Mr. Porto because I know he's watching. We do things like Moo Moo Monday. So we all wore Moo Moos the other day. We had, kidding how many? I think we had 9 students that went to the regional literature fair, 4 placed first, I think. And then I believe in student voice also. So I brought one of my students with me today. And this is Miss Santa Facemeyer. She is my student council president. But more than that, she is my assistant principal. okay? Unofficially, she's not paid. Don't tell her that you could get paid for that. So, the other day I asked Sienna, I said, we need to show what Sutton's culture is. Here's my idea. I'd like to do the ABCs of Sutton Elementary. So she wrote the script, then she filmed the videos for me, and all I did was go in and drop them in a thing and put some music to it. So this is Xana's video on what Sutton Elementary is. You'll recognize the songs.
We're the little mountaineers and we'll raise a mighty cheer for Sutton Elementary. Oh, we're the little mountaineers and we'll raise a mighty cheer for Sutton Elementary.
No! Wait, no, I got it! I need her to do
Where they teach the golden
It's fine, it's fine.
principle is nice, and she gives us good advice here at Sutton. The teachers are so fair, oh, they show us that they care here at Sutton Elementary. The kids here are not rude, and the cooks prepare good food here at Sutton Elementary. We learn to read and write.
That's our attendance for track.
Our playground is so cool, and we have lots of fun at school here at Sutton Elementary. For Sutton Elementary.
I love it.
Okay, so that was A.L. Brad Paisley singing for us. One of the kids today in 5th grade said, "You got Brad Paisley to sing that?" So, yeah, A.L. Brad Paisley. So that's the end. Do you all have any questions for me? What questions do you have for me?
What's your socioeconomic status number this year? Is it going up or down?
I think it remained about the same. Last year, we had 162 students. I think 102 of them were considered low socioeconomic. And I think this year it was down to about 90. But we argued some of that because we know we had some kids in the same family who one was counted and one wasn't. So, yeah, it should, yeah. It's still really low socioeconomic wise, yeah.
Is there anything we can provide as a board?
Well, since you asked. I have a wonderful PE teacher, and she is great to do anything I ask her to do. And she likes to incorporate core learning in PE. And she came to me the other day and said, "I'd like to do some stuff for the gym because we don't have a lot of equipment in there, besides balls and scooters and stuff like that." And so we've been working on writing grants for a rock wall, and the rock wall is magnetic, and it has letters and stuff that you can clip to it, so she can do phonics lessons. It has magnetic whiteboard pieces, so you can do math lessons, and it's a traverse rock wall, so it goes this way instead of up. It's about $10,000. We've gotten a $1,000 grant so far for that. But, any money anybody wants to throw our way so we can update our gym and give our gym teacher a little more opportunities for things for our students to do. And with us having a gymnasium, gym, whatever it's called, it's used so much that rock wall would be something that could be placed on the wall and covered with mats and, you know, let out when it was time to use it, but it wouldn't be in the way, like it wouldn't be a big piece of equipment that was sitting in the way, so. That's our new goal in our grant writing process.
So you've already received 1,000?
Yes, we received $1,000. And I could $500 people to death, because I said, it doesn't take long, you know, $500 here and there, so. But yes, we are trying to get that raised, to get that rock wall added.
I was gonna say, good job. I have to say that, of course, it's the highest achieving school in our county. I'm really glad. I know Franktown Elementary sitting there and our principals are very competitive and I know she's listening to everything you said. I saw she was even twisting her hair, so it's getting serious.
So I said, Brittany and Josh and Jessica, friend, and I, we all have a really healthy competition. I said I want every elementary in Sutton or in Braxton County to succeed. I just want to succeed a little bit more than that.
That's right.
So, healthy competition.
It's an excellent job. Always nice to be ambitious.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Great job.
I like to sing bracelets. Wait a minute.
She's got bracelets.
Okay, so, like I said, we're gamified this year, so our students who earned mastery on I-Ready got a Sutton Elementary Academic All-Star bracelet, so we'll get a Sutton Elementary Academic All-Star bracelet. That will get you into the game room if you ever want to come. And, yes, Ms. Poe.
The only one I have, only have one
Yeah,
from
you
Sutton.
didn't look like somebody who would like other bracelets, but
We're gonna get something better than a bracelet next year.
I'll make these now.
So she made these Sutton Elementary bracelets.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Because I saw you dressed like a dragon, you can put on some.
So I don't know, I'm gonna have to get me a tighter suit. And, I'm gonna have to get one for all elementary schools. The dragon went over really well.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I mention something before they leave? So I noticed in the back we have a guest, Mr. Hatfield. He has been super supportive. So as the board knows, we've been working to secure grants, to be innovative, and I've got a grant queen right here. But we've really been working hard, and we have such a blessing to be connected with CMI2 and Illume. And the organization, I don't know if he feels comfortable talking about it, but the board signed an approval for us to join this group. It's unbelievable the support they're giving. He was actually at our CT advisory committee at the high school. They're working with us. We're going to be rolling out a lot of innovative things. Chris Block is the one that is managing the grant from the county. They're actually bringing on the 21st the robotic dogs to the school. They're really working hard to help us expose our students to all of the different things that out there that are available. I know that tonight the high school is supposed to present, but since the high school was at the cheer competition and other things, they had to move till the next board meeting. Mr. Hatfield, would you feel comfortable in saying a couple of things? Is that okay?
Sure.
Because I just hated to have him wait until afterwards, if that's okay.
While he's coming up, we are also on Friday, we're having another entrepreneur who asked to support Braxton County Schools as well. And he's going to be coming, it's a CEO and owner of a film company, Mountain Craft, and he's going to come to watch our presentation on Friday with us and when he comes to our CTE program as well. We are getting a lot of people reaching out to support, and we appreciate every one of them.
we welcome their coming in and watching the presentation on Friday. But thank you so much for having me, and I'm always comfortable talking. So first and foremost, the presentation first with the kids, that's phenomenal. I also sat on the board here at the Mountaineer Food Bank. I'm the vice president of the Mountaineer Food Bank Board. So receiving $25,000 for the board to help feed our food insecurities throughout the state of West Virginia, more so here in Braxton County, is just amazing. I mean, the work that they do, a lot of times goes unnoticed, but throughout West Virginia, the food insecurity is real. And we work in a lot of economically distressed communities. I work out of Clay County most of the time. I've been in Clay County for about 3 years. I'm a retired colonel from the West Virginia Army National Guard, so I spent 28 years in the West Virginia National Guard serving the state of West Virginia. So I have the opportunity to continue to serve the state of West Virginia with our company, Civil Military Innovation Institute. We do a lot of work in the Department of Defense arena. So when you start talking about STEM, AI, robotics, it excites me, because for us to grow those innovators, those next generation individuals that's going to be producing, engineering this type of equipment, it starts for us in middle school. If we can get a hold of kids in middle school and progress them through high school and get them into a technical trade or higher education, it's a win. It's a win for West Virginia, because there's 29,000 job vacancies in the state of West Virginia right now, and we need people to stay. And I love hearing, I want kids to stay in West Virginia. I want kids to stay in Braxton County or Clay County, because I know for the board, I mean, every time I talk to a superintendent throughout the state of West Virginia, the population decline. And it takes away from your money that comes into the county to support the schools. So good educators, keeping those kids here and progressing them into the state of West Virginia and keeping these counties definitely help us as a business, but also helps us as a state to keep these kids into West Virginia. So I'll pause there and take any questions that you may have, like questions, comments, statements, or written manifestos. So no questions? And we'll be here Friday. I'll have my guys come in. We're going to bring some robotic dogs, Boston, if you're familiar with Boston Dynamics. They're usually the center of attention for most kids. But they're about $500,000 worth of dogs we'll bring in here Friday. We'll bring some drones and stuff in and talk about technology. So,
wow.
Mr. Superintendent, you got any questions?
No, I'm just grateful because they've actually, invited us into their group and actually given us several $1,000s to do some very innovative things. And like I said, the support is phenomenal. We've got a retired colonel on our board. So, having the military connection I thought was really, good, and so.
Well, great. We look forward to it again. In this round that we've grown in West Virginia, it's Braxton, Brooke, and Calhoun County. So I heard the Brooke and Braxton challenge is there, so that's great. And so I think we're going to bring Lewis County in as well this go around, and we also have Clay. So it'll continue to grow. But yeah, thank you so much for your time. Thanks for inviting me, and look forward to working with each and every one of you. And hopefully we'll see some of you on Friday. So
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
What time is it Friday?
I think right now it's at noon.
Anita?
Looking good. Looking good. So those were made by, she's a student at the middle school now. But last year at Sutton, several kids started their own bracelet companies, and so I call them my little entrepreneurs. But she's actually selling hers now on Facebook, so I placed a mass order.
Thank you, I'm all decked out here. Change my conflicts there. Best. All kinds of good things going on.
Great video. Love your video. Great video.
We go into the consent agenda items, approval of minutes of November 4th, treasurer's report, budget transfers and supplements, and payments of bills. Payment of bills. Entertain a motion.
I'll move that we approve the consent agenda items that were presented.
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded to approve the consent agenda items as presented. Any discussion on the motion?
I like the expanded treasurer's report that was pretty transparent and.
I was getting ready to say, what a great report that
just learned that,
was.
didn't
Treasurer's report.
We learned about that Saturday.
We, haven't seen one like that for a while, have we?
No, we didn't.
It was great job there. Any other discussion or comments? No further comments. Those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. Moving next to personnel, let's see, we have updated personnel. You wanna go ahead and have your executive session, okay? Our superintendent is recommending, executive session under 69A, 4B, 2A to discuss, personnel situation.
I'll make a motion, we move to executive session under 6(9) Alpha 4 Bravo 2 Alpha to discuss matters of personnel.
I'll second it. Been moved and seconded to enter into executive session under 69A, 4B, 2A for a personnel matter. Any discussion on the motion? No discussion. Those in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. And it is 6:57. We will enter into executive session. Braxton County Board of Education has concluded its executive session. We are now back into regular session at 7:39 PM. And, no decisions made. So we'll move next to the personnel recommendations. We have updated personnel resignations. Josh Knight resigns his position as substitute custodian with Braxton County Schools. We have the hiring of Lori Denman, social emotional support specialist, Braxton County Middle School. Sandra Fisher and Zendra Butcher, substitute aide at all locations. Jessica Cook, cafeteria manager, Davis Elementary. We have well, I'd already mentioned Josh Knight, that's two positions, I
Yes.
guess, okay. So this is a summer mower custodian. So he's actually resigning from two positions he held. We have the employment recommendation of Walter Trey Jack as head coach cheer at Braxton County High School. Suzanne Wine, assistant coach cheer, Braxton County Middle School. And approving the following voluntary transfer. Michelle Johnson from grade level ECAT at Burnsville to preschool ECAT Davis, effective November 17th. I think those are all the recommendations from the superintendent's side. I'll entertain a motion.
I move that the updated personnel employment service recommendations, resignations, and extracurricular recommendations.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded to approve the updated personnel, professional and service recommendations as well as the resignations listed. Any discussion on the motion? No discussion on the motion. Those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Moving next to superintendent updates, Dr. Kedrick, you have.
I do have a few I would like to announce. Just want to recognize that I'm really proud of the football team. They were one game away from going to states, and that's pretty amazing. You know, I watched the last game on Braxton online, and just they played with heart. And I don't know much about football, but I did see a group of young individuals come together and fight and play hard and play with heart, and I was proud to see that. I also have to say that I did go down to the state meet. I'm so proud of our boys high school soccer team. They did very well. First time in the county's history to make it to states for soccer. Cross country, of course, high school girls got runner-up this year. Previously back-to-back state champions. They did very well. Super proud of them. I'll have to say that also we have the Braxton County High School Science Bowl team won their regionals, and they will go to states in February, so that's a pretty big deal for our academics part. So it's not just sports, we do the academics as well. Today, Braxton County High School received a certificate in the mail from the state superintendent, Michelle Blatt, for achieving the exceeding standards performance and graduation rate cohort for 4 years. Braxton County High School also received the 24-25 College Access and Success Champions, recognizing Braxton County High School for their incredible efforts to help students plan for college and career after graduation. The State Department of Ed recognized 71 high schools for their college access and success champions. I'd also like to mention that Little Birch Elementary, the only school in our county, received the, from our Superintendent Black, recognition for exceeding mastery performance in ELA academic progress. That's a really big deal. I mean, they were struggling and they've really turned it around. So students, staff, and community, kudos to everyone for that support.
Did you mention cheer?
And yes, so that's the next one. So I also wanted to mention that, normally we had, the innovators here, our students. I'm very impressed with them. Middle school and high school, normally the high school they have their own entourage when they do anything. Tonight they were not here because the principal and many others, they were at Charleston for the state cheer competition because our cheerleaders, they'll be competing, so that's another huge thing. So proud of them and their efforts. They look phenomenal in their cheer routines. I don't know much about cheer, but I can tell you they looked good. Susan Schieffer mentioned Ben Berry. He's also someone that we were introduced to through one of our grant programs. He will be here Friday and with Mountain Crafters, and he's going to be working with us to help with, he's going to look at our career technical ed programs and see what type of supports that he can offer. So there's a lot of great things happening. And I know that we're missing things, a lot of things. Our middle school is doing great things, very innovative. Each of the classes, their CTE classes are performing and doing exceptionally well. They're always out and about. I feel like sometimes I don't mention them enough, but I'm telling you, that middle school is rocking it. The elementary schools have been super engaged with our high school students. What we're doing, and a lot of people may not realize, but with our career technical education involvement from the high school, our students at the high school level, they're learning about their CTE programs and skill sets, and then they are actually going to the elementary schools and teaching the skill sets that they've learned. So that just reinforces the learning that they've acquired at the high school, and our little ones are really excited about it. So some really, really good things going on with our with our sports and our academics. And I also would like to end by saying that yesterday's ribbon cutting was wonderful. It was a wonderful event for our new wrestling center and for the dedication to Coach Sterling Bean Sr., who has, I think, the first coach of wrestling in this county and still our coach that he's touched many, many lives. The facility is phenomenal. It was, as most of you know, an open, almost like carport type structure. So we used our own staff, our own maintenance people, and our students to, to build this structure, and it will last, and it will help support our wrestlers and for many, 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 many years to come. So very proud of that, and I want to continue to do, we need to continue to do great things for our students and recognizing our staff.
Great report. Thank you. All right, we will move on now to new business, permission and approval to allow Flatwoods Elementary School pre-K students to attend school on Friday, January 9th, and stay home on Monday, January 5th, to accommodate them to be able to attend Disney on Ice school-wide field trip on January 9th.
Yeah, we just thought it would be fair we'd really like for those pre-K students to go. So if you agree to the calendar change for those students, it will permit them to have the opportunity to go.
I'll move that we approve pre-K students at Flatwoods to attend school on Friday, January 9th, 2026, and stay home on Monday, January 5th, 2026, so they can go to Disney on Ice field trip.
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded to approve the pre-K students to attend school on Friday, January 9th, and stay home on Monday, January 5th, to be able to accommodate them to attend Disney on Ice school-wide field trip on January 9th. Any discussion on that motion? No discussion. Those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. Moving next to permission and approval for the high school FFA to compete in the 25 Vet Science Career Development Event at West Virginia University, Davis College, on December the 11th through December 13th.
Yeah, so that's another thing. I'm just really proud. Our teachers are rising to the occasion. They're getting our students involved in competitions, and you'll see many of our agendas, we have overnight stays and multi-day participation in events. So we're getting our students out, getting them exposed, and just a great opportunity.
Since I'm on the advisory panel for the VOAG program, I knew that this competition be approved.
I'll second that motion.
I used to take kids up there. We used to call them VOAG judging contests. My wife to be at the time came out and tried to help me coach some of those kids. Didn't know much about judging, and because it was always on the middle of September, and you didn't have time to get the kids ready. They didn't.
I think we heard about some of those stories.
There's a lot of. That's a good experience for kids to judge livestock, poultry, whatever.
Mary, did you second that motion?
He did.
He did. Okay. Any further discussion on the motion? I'm happy that they're getting out to more competitive events. No further discussion. Those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. Moving next to permission and approval for the high school cheer team to attend the tournament starting today through November 19th.
Yeah, it was placed on the agenda today because they had no idea at the last board meeting that they would actually make it to states.
I'll move that we approve the Braxton County High School cheer team to attend the state tournament, which they're at tonight, or today through November 19th, 2025.
I'll second it. Moved and seconded to approve the school cheer team from Braxton County High School to attend the state cheer tournament in Charleston today through tomorrow. Any discussion on the motion? No discussion. Those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. Approval of the 2025 placement agreement between the high school and Western Governors University.
That's just so that individuals who are going through Western Governors University, which is an accredited university, have permission to be placed at our school system.
I'll move that we approve the 2025 placement agreement between Braxton County High School and Western Governors University.
I'll say.
Moved and seconded to approve the 2025 placement agreement as mentioned. Any discussion on the motion? No discussion. Those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, the motion carries. Moving next to the Braxton County Sports Complex sponsorship and naming rights, opportunities for board consideration and possible action.
Okay, I provided a list of naming rights and sponsorship opportunities for you. With the new sports complex, we've purchased 66 acres adjoining our complex here. And, we have a design for a football, soccer field, baseball field, renovation of the softball field, a new track, a new cross-country course, a new athletic building, and all the amenities associated with turfed areas. And one of the things that a lot of communities do in generating funds, because there's no state funds associated with sports complexes, unfortunately. So you have to come up with a way to fund these things. So one of the things is to actually sell naming rights and provide naming opportunities for the fields. So for example, I'm asking for permission. I gave you a whole list of things to name the actual sports complex, to name the stadium, football, soccer field turf, football, soccer field scoreboard, goal post, press box, bleachers, athletic building, the athletic storage facility, training fitness room naming rights, locker rooms, and the list goes on and on. Baseball field turf, scoreboard for the baseball field, dugouts, and cross-country naming rights with the cross-country observation deck naming rights, the new batting cage facility, naming the batting lanes, just a variety of opportunities. And then a lot of people may want to take the advantage of one, it's a write-off. It's something that they can, get a tax write-off for. It would be a great way to memorialize a family member, a friend, have business recognition, or just show support. Because I know that we've had a lot of very, very successful people come out of our county and our school system, and I believe that they want to give back, and this would be an opportunity for them to give back. I've also have things such as a name on a donor wall, and names placed maybe by a brick, which I think a lot of people would be willing to do that. And again, I think that, it's smaller dollar amounts, but it's things that I think a lot of people would like to see their names listed on the facility to show their support. I've had many people approach me and said, I don't have a lot of money, but I have sweat equity. So I have it listed also for in-kind contributions, such as, but not limited to, concrete or asphalt donation or pouring and finishing services, excavation, grading or site preparation, electrical, plumbing or HVAC, labor or materials, fencing, lighting or turf installation services, equipment use such as machinery, cranes or trucks, construction, such as dugouts, press box, storage buildings, building materials such as steel block or lumber. And I have it listed a complete rollout of, of the services and how all that would be calculated for the tax write-off. So if this is something that the board would be willing to support and approve, then I would like to get this out to the public and ask and give people first come, first serve naming rights. And I would start by placing it on our Facebook and our website. And in addition to that, I will ask individuals if you would be willing to maybe personally go to individuals and seek sponsorship. But again, I think it would be a first come, first serve of individuals who would be interested in possibly purchasing. I have a donors list, but I'm also asking for permission to, in the event that I need to negotiate on prices, that I have the opportunity to do that as well. And that's all laid out in this document.
And I'm sure all of you are already aware that the ad hoc committee appointed by this board several years ago is recommending this also. They have looked at it. We even had a subcommittee meeting. I chaired that subcommittee meeting, and this is the document that Donna referred to, that subcommittee and the ad hoc committee reviewed and approved as a recommendation to this board. I think it's exciting times and people are beginning to talk about it and asking questions. When can they expect the rollout on this and more information? Because I think there are potential donors out there right now that hopefully will be stepping forward once they get this information and checking their budgets, especially the corporations and businesses. So it's time to get this ball rolling in the proverbial sense. No pun intended. The ball rolling. Are there any other comments or anything? I recommend approval. Absolutely. Move forward.
I'll make a motion that we approve the Braxton County Sports Complex sponsorship and naming right opportunities as presented.
I'll second that motion.
Moved and seconded to approve the sports complex sponsorship and naming rights opportunities for our planned sports complex. Any discussion on the motion? No discussion. Those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed? Motion carries. Moving next to Braxton County Schools Community Involvement Service Award recommendation for review and possible action.
So this, I presented a copy at the last meeting. This time, I'm asking the board to consider approval of this new community service award for students and community members. This is something that President Post brought as an idea, a couple board meetings ago. And, I believe I've captured everything as far as the eligibility criteria, the nomination process, award presentation, and down to the rubric on determining, just for the selection committee. So if this is something that the board, so chooses, to approve, I would really like to implement a new service award into our system.
And this would be something that the Board of Education would be involved with in terms, this more or less would be our project in recognizing.
Would you have, so one of the things, would you have maybe a couple of board members sit on a committee with others? Or if not, if it's something that the board does, then that's something that you will have to schedule another meeting for as a board.
It'll have to be a noticed meeting.
To be another noticed meeting in addition to, so however, and I didn't know how you all wanted to do that.
I think since there's only 5 of us, and this is basically this me talking, you all can chime in. There's only 5 of us, and I think that this would be, we would be the committee to review any and all applicants.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying, so you would have a special board meeting, or you would have board meetings just specifically for the review?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And of course, that's something we would have to go into executive session to discuss the rubric, especially if, I don't see any issues with it at all in terms of, as long as we do everything and make our motion openly, of course. We do everything in the light of day.
Yeah, no, I did not specify because I was not sure how the board wanted to move forward with that. So this is open-ended to do it however you want to do it. So it will accommodate exactly what you're wanting to do. Yeah.
know, we never know. I mean, this is something brand new for us, and as with anything new, we certainly, we may have to tweak it down the road, who knows?
We can put so what I can do is we can put this on our Facebook and on our website so that people can access this and fill out the applications. And then when we have board meetings, I can hand those to you and then you can schedule when you want to do it.
Right.
So yeah, we can do that.
Sounds good. All right, is there a motion to approve this?
I moved to Braxton County Schools Community Involvement Service Award recommendation for giving out service awards to be approved.
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded to approve the Braxton County Schools Community Involvement Service Award recommendation. Any discussion on the motion? No discussion. Those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed? Motion carries. Permission to place on public comment for 20 days, policy 3305, which is renaming teacher and leader induction.
Yes, it was last updated in 2003. Current policy is based on state code that has been revised several times since 2003. Current policy cites a WVDE policy that no longer exists. This policy is being updated and the title changed to comply with WVDE policy, which includes implementation in accordance with the strategic plan and was revised with consultation from Braxton County School Improvement Team. Because we have a strategic plan process that the State Department has outlined, we have to follow.
And that includes all that professional development
Yes.
stuff in there, so.
So it's 22 years old and hadn't been revised.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. There's just been a lot of work that has to be done.
Yeah.
But we're getting there.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
They have to approve a raise for Melissa under the state.
We'll just
Figure
keep,
out
we'll
how
just
to
keep
do
kicking
that.
her.
Overtime.
And listen to Treasurer Larry back.
Can't afford it.
I'll move that we grant permission to place policy 3305 on comment for 20 days.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded to place policy 3305 on comment for 20 days. Any discussion on the motion? No discussion. Those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Moving next to permission to place on public comment for 20 days. 4050, proposed revision, student supervision.
Hold on to your seats. There's no date on this policy that indicates when it was approved, but it cites case law from the late 60s. This policy has been updated to reflect current best practices and to include requirements for supervision of arrival and dismissal, recess and school assemblies, lunch, field trips, transportation, away games, and competitions, on-campus practices and activities, and after-school and summer school programs. It sets a minimum staff to student ratio of 1 to 10 for field trips, requires detailed itinerary for field trips, student health and emergency contact information available, at least one staff member in attendance, frequent head counts, including before departure and after. So we make sure the new one has this. The development of protocols for restroom breaks, meal stops, and other free movement periods, and the development of protocols for the supervision of students with special needs.
That was a mouthful. You've heard the recommendation placed out on 20 days, policy 4050.
I'll move that we place policy 4050 on public comment for 20 days.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded to place, policy 4050 out for 20-day comment. Any discussion on the motion? No discussion. Those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. Moving next to final approval of policy 4205 and final approval of policy 5120, which is suicide attempts and threats and Freedom of Information Act requests.
Zero comments on that.
I think we can take both of those.
I'll make a motion then that we approve policy 4205, suicide attempts and threats, and policy 5120, Freedom of Information Act requests.
I'll second the motion.
Been moved and seconded to approve policy 4205, suicide attempts and threats, and policy 5120, Freedom of Information Act. Any discussion on the motion? No discussion. Those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. Now for the best part, board member remarks. Lisa?
I just want to congratulate the middle school and high school young innovators again. Great job with everything that's going on out there. Also, shout out to Sutton Elementary and Franktown Elementary again for, their presentations. Looks like everything is, moving forward as it should be. And we forgot to mention last time when we were here, I think we all attended the CTE evening at the high school and learned, how the programs were going there. And, it was a great evening while we were up there. So I just want to say, thank you again for having us. It was another great evening of learning about, all of the programs going on. We got some good things happening.
And good soup.
Yes, very good soup. Very good soup. And desserts. Yep.
Ditto what Lisa said, and I'll say, go Eagles cheer team. They're at states, and well, just congratulations to our science bowl team. I know many of the students, I mentioned it earlier, but we're presenting the Braxton County Strategic Plan 2040 on Thursday at the Braxton County Development Authority. One of the lines of effort is education workforce development, which the kids participated in, so we'll get a copy of that back. But Donna, you're invited to that if you'd like to come up and set in. It'll be about a 20-minute presentation as we lay that out for the board and for the county. And then I am a little disappointed, Melissa, that there's only 4 policies today and not 10 as normal. But other than that, appreciate your efforts. Thank you.
Lay down on the job, Melissa, and just slacking, getting tired. December's not here yet.
Well done.
Thank you, Kevin. Larry?
Good luck to the cheerleaders tonight and tomorrow. Very proud of them. I believe this is the first time we've ever sent cheerleaders to the state.
27 years, I believe someone
I
said.
think someone said in 93 we were getting with them.
Okay. And I'm just very proud of all our kids. They're excelling in athletics and academics. And it's a good thing to see.
I concur with things that others have mentioned. I'd like to mention another thing that's kind of outside of what we're doing, but is interconnected with it. In this past weekend's Charleston Gazette Mail, there was an editorial in there written by one of our state board members. Her name is she's been the principal of Charleston Catholic School before, and she wrote a very, very good opinion article in that paper. I recommend that you get it and read it because it's called A Pig and a Poke.
Yes, I read that.
Hope Scholarship.
About the Hope Scholarship, and it's very insightful. It's good for a taxpayer that is interested in where their money's going to be spent to read over the kind of things that have been mentioned there. I mentioned that because it is a thing of concern to us because we're losing kids to that. And I hope they're doing okay with it. I'm afraid maybe some aren't.
Deborah Sullivan.
That was an excellent article. Well, thank you, Kenna, and I concur with all of my fellow board members. I had enough time to attend. I was late for the middle school presentation competition at Stonewall, but I went, I was invited by the Extension Service. Amy Cook invited me, stating that the students at the high school really wanted me to be there, so I felt like I couldn't let them down, so ran down the interstate and was a little late for the middle school, but I was able to and took video of the innovators from Braxton County High School, and I have to say, under Mr. Cunningham and that group of kids, just wow. Their project coming in second there. I was so proud. I was sitting in the back and was just beaming, and I just knew that our group was going to place. And then I was able to have lunch with them. It was a great day, and then I was able to also talk some to the middle school students after the fact. But just so proud of what our students are doing and our instructors. We mustn't forget the great instructors that we have too. But just want to wish our cheerleaders good luck tomorrow, and just concur with what everybody else has said in terms of what our sports teams have been able to do this fall. Just have a lot of great things to be thankful for, and coming up on Thanksgiving next week, and we have a lot to be thankful for here in Braxton County. I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Don't eat too much turkey. We want you back in December. So.
Gonna have a weigh-in before you.
Get in the Redwood Center.
Yeah.
Make sure you take your class.
Take scales.
I'm sure there are.
But again, I'll close and saying, you know, I'm just so thankful for the central office staff and what Dr. Kedrick and Melissa and what, just everybody. I don't want to leave anybody out. Lisa, you know, as support personnel, everybody just working together and working well. And we're seeing the fruits of that. Just so many great things happening in our system. And I say again, poverty breeds creativity. We saw that yesterday in the wrestling building, and what we're able to do here with very few funds and no excess levy is just mind-boggling. And with that, I'll declare this meeting adjourned, and it is 8:18. Wow, we were a little wordy tonight.
So short executive session.
Yeah.